What if I told you there's a hidden set of laws for success? A secret formula that was almost banned because it was considered too powerful. For 20 years, a journalist named Napoleon Hill was given unprecedented access to the richest people on the planet. Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison. He wasn't just interviewing them. He was extracting their exact blueprint for creating unimaginable wealth. The result was a book, Think and Grow Rich, that contains 13 principles so potent they were said to be the keys to the kingdom. Today, we're not just going to talk about them, we're going to decode them. These aren't cute motivational quotes. This is the raw, uncut operating system of the world's most successful minds. If you're ready to install it, your life will never be the same. Let's start with the foundation. Principle number 1, burning desire. This isn't just wanting something. It's not a wish or a hope. This is an all-consuming obsession. It's the kind of desire that wakes you up at 3 a.m. and won't let you go back to sleep. Andrew Carnegie, the steel magnate who commissioned this entire study, told Hill that you must turn your desire into a white-hot flame that burns away every single doubt. The first practical step is simple but non-negotiable. Write down your definite major purpose, your big, audacious goal, on a small card. Carry it with you. Read it aloud twice a day, every single day. Once when you wake up, and once right before you sleep. This isn't a suggestion. Hill called it the first law. Principle 2, faith. But not the kind you might be thinking of. Hill described it as an emotionalized belief. It's the absolute conviction that what you desire is already on its way to you. Faith is the chemical glue that turns the intangible energy of your thoughts into cold, hard, physical reality. Every single millionaire Hill studied had one thing in common. They could see, feel, and touch their success long before the bank account reflected it. They lived in the end result. So tonight, I want you to try this. Find a quiet place, close your eyes for just 5 minutes, and step into the movie of your wealthiest life. What does it smell like? What fabrics are you touching? What sounds do you hear? Who is congratulating you? Feel the emotion of it as if it's happening right now. That feeling is the magnet. Next up, principle number 3, autosuggestion. This is the control panel for your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is like fertile soil. It will grow whatever seed you plant, whether it's a weed or a flower. It doesn't judge. It just accepts what you repeat to it, especially when you attach strong emotion. Hill had a precise morning ritual for this. Stand in front of the mirror, look yourself directly in the eye, and say out loud with power and conviction, I am wealthy. Money flows to me in avalanches of abundance. I am worthy of my dreams. You repeat this until you feel it. You might even get goosebumps. That physical sensation is the signal, the confirmation that the message is sinking deep into your subconscious mind, where the real work begins. Principle 4 is where we get strategic, specialized knowledge. Hill was blunt about this. He said general knowledge, the kind you get from just scrolling or browsing, is almost worthless when it comes to building wealth. True fortune is built on specialized knowledge, knowing how to solve a specific, expansive problem for a specific group of people. Millionaires don't get paid for what they know in general. They get paid for what they can do with what they know. The daily question you need to start asking yourself isn't how can I make money? It's whose $1 million problem can I solve this week? Shift your focus from earning to solving, and the earning takes care of itself. This leads directly to principle number 5, imagination. He'll call this the workshop of the mind. It's where all plans are created. He said there are 2 types. The first is synthetic imagination, which is where you rearrange old concepts, ideas, and plans into new combinations. Most innovation happens here. But then there's creative imagination. This is where brand new, breakthrough ideas seem to come from nowhere. They flash into your mind from what Hill called infinite intelligence. He was adamant about this point. Every single great fortune in history began as an idea that first existed only in someone's imagination. Your ability to dream isn't a childish pastime. It's your direct link to infinite possibility. But an idea without a plan is just a hallucination. That brings us to principle 6, organized planning. This is where your dream gets legs, Hill said. A goal without a plan is just a wish, and wishes are for the poor. Powerful words. He demanded that his students crystallize their desires into concrete plans. Your task today is to write a simple, 1-page plan. It must include 3 things: the exact date you will achieve your goal, a clear statement of what you will give in return for it, your time, your service, your product, and the step-by-step actions you will take. And just like your goal card, you must read this plan aloud twice a day. This keeps your actions aligned with your ambition. Now for a principle that separates the winners from the wannabes. Principle 7, decision. Hill observed a stark difference between the rich and the poor. The ultra-successful make decisions promptly and change them very slowly, if at all. The unsuccessful and the broke make decisions very slowly, if ever, and change them frequently and quickly. Procrastination is the enemy of fortune. The universe rewards speed and certainty. Your challenge is to make one firm, irreversible decision today that moves you toward your goal. It could be investing in a course, hiring a coach, or simply starting the project you've been putting off. Make a decision your future self will look back on and say, "Thank you. That was the moment everything changed." Principle number 8 is the one that forges champions: persistence. Napoleon Hill discovered a heartbreaking statistic. An estimated 98% of people quit one step away from their goal. They give up right before the miracle happens. Persistence isn't just about trying hard. It's a formula. Burning desire plus faith plus a daily commitment to your organized plan, repeated over and over, no matter what. When Thomas Edison was developing the light bulb, a reporter asked him if he felt like a failure after 10,000 failed attempts. Edison's reply is legendary: "I didn't fail. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That is the mindset of persistence. You don't fail. You learn. You don't stop. You pivot. Principle 9, the power of the mastermind. This is one of the most misunderstood concepts. No one, and Hill was emphatic about this, no one becomes massively successful alone. A mastermind is a small, dedicated group of individuals who support each other in the pursuit of a definite purpose. It's the coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between 2 or more people. The synergy creates a third mind that is more intelligent and creative than any of the individual minds. Hill found that his richest students, from Henry Ford to Andrew Carnegie, all had a dedicated mastermind group they met with, often weekly. Your environment is more powerful than your willpower. Surround yourself with people who are already where you want to be. Now for the one that often shocks people, Principle 10, the mystery of sex transmutation. Hill wasn't being crude. He was being scientific. He observed that the most powerful and creative people in history, the artists, the leaders, the builders, had a high degree of what he called sex nature. The drive for sexual expression is the most powerful human urge. The average person dissipates this energy, but the genius learns how to transmute it, to redirect that potent, creative life force energy away from purely physical expression and channel it into their work, their art, their business. When you feel that powerful drive, don't just waste it. Redirect that energy into your most important task. It is the ultimate fuel for creation. We're nearing the top of the mountain. Principle 11, the subconscious mind. We touched on this with autosuggestion, but this goes deeper. Your subconscious mind is working 24/7. It never sleeps, and it never argues. Its primary job is to accept and act upon the thoughts you feed your conscious mind. This is why Hill insisted you must guard your mind like a fortress. You have to be ruthless about what you allow in. Stop watching the negative news. Unfollow toxic people. Avoid complainers and victims. Your mind is a sacred garden. Feed it only thoughts, images, and conversations of health, abundance, and success. What you plant in the subconscious, you will harvest in your reality. Principle 12, the brain. Hill described the human brain as both a broadcasting and a receiving station for thought. This was decades before we understood concepts like quantum entanglement. He argued that your thoughts are literal vibrations, frequencies being sent out into the universe. When you consistently think thoughts of poverty, lack, and fear, you tune your brain radio to that frequency, and you attract circumstances and people that match it. When you deliberately think thoughts of wealth, opportunity, and success, you tune in to the frequency of wealthy people and attract the opportunities that are invisible to others. You literally start vibrating on the same wavelength as the success you desire. And finally, the pinnacle. Principle 13, the sixth sense. This is the apex of the philosophy. Hill states that this principle can only be understood and applied after you have mastered all of the other 12. The sixth sense is that gut feeling, that hunch, that flash of insight or inspiration that seems to come from an outside source. It's the inner voice that guides billionaires and geniuses. It's your connection to infinite intelligence. You can't force it, but you can cultivate the environment for it to appear. How? Hill's primary recommendation was simple: daily meditation. Spend at least 10 minutes every day in complete silence, with no agenda other than to listen. In the stillness, the whispers of your sixth sense begin to emerge. These 13 laws are not just theories. They are the exact step-by-step formula used by the titans of industry who built the modern world. Carnegie, Ford, Edison. They didn't just stumble into wealth. They followed a code. This is that code. It's a challenge, not a comfort. It requires discipline, focus, and unwavering faith. But the reward is a life beyond your wildest imagination. If you are ready to stop wishing and start building, if you're committing to apply these laws starting today, I want you to declare it. Comment, "I am ready" below to make that commitment to yourself and the world. Like this video, and more importantly, save it. Watch it every single morning for the next 30 days as a reminder of the code you are now living by. Do this, and I promise you, your life will never be the same. Thank you for watching.